Ruby, look. It's a bunch of losers. Look, Poppy.
Wait, did we start?
Of course we started. I'm 2-0. The rest of you fucking suck.
Okay, bro.
Hi. This is my puppy. Her name is Ruby.
She's just okay.
She is the literal best thing that has ever happened to me aside from Ashley.
Nice save.
Yeah, considering I'm right here.
Ashley's outside ready to take her in a second. But she is the best girl in the whole wide world. And I am very much in love. And I thought I'd bring her on the podcast for the first time. And the mic's all the way over there. Can we bring that mic over here? I didn't even realize it was hiding back there.
I wonder if anyone could hear what we've been saying because you're talking so quiet to not startle her.
This is Ruby. Say hi, Ruby. She doesn't know how to do anything yet. Aside from, like, she knows how to...
She knows how to pee.
She knows how to pee a lot and poop a lot. She fetched for the first time today, and she sits really well. She loves sit. That's her favorite command. Anyway, we should probably talk about the podcast now. Baby, I'll give you the dog now. Goodbye, coffee breath. I love you. Here you go, baby. I'll go downstairs with Mommy, and you can go to bed.
This is where we are.
Yeah. So yeah, life's great. Now on to your regularly scheduled programming. And also, just to be clear, just so everything's clear, my title for this podcast was the one with the puppy. I did not write the second half of that statement. Someone else did.
I did. We're going to get into it. Don't worry. I promise.
Are we?
It's going to be fun.
Oh, shit.
We're going to talk about it.
I didn't even know this was a thing until literally like 10 minutes ago when he brought it up. So I'm going to just sit here. That's why I made a cup of coffee. I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee.
That's what you're going to do?
That's what I'm going to do. Let's get into it. So week 2's in the books. Looking at the lineups here. Let me go to the... Hold on. All right, there we go. So let's take a look at the first matchup of the week where, there's something beautiful in these games when, like, we're all football fans too. We're all football fans first. I'm about to watch my Dolphins as soon as we're done here on Thursday Night
speaking of that,
Football.
they're playing in Jacksonville. Do you want to make a bet on the game?
Sure.
All right, Lions -3.
For who?
For Jacksonville, obviously.
They're the favorites?
Of course they are. Why would the Dolphins be the favorites?
$50?
Oh, you want to go up? Oh, you want to up it a little bit. Against the Patriots, you're only willing to do 20.
Right. No, the Jacksonville's a worse team.
You don't want to do a slap?
Not really. Listen, Alex taught me the last time that I don't slap bet on the Dolphins anymore. They had a 14-point lead when we did the slap bet, or like a 7 or 14-point lead, and I lost that, as the videos will show. So, sound good?
All right, let's do it.
A gentleman's agreement.
Huzzah!
Okay. All right. Nice
so
job.
now we get into the actual week.
But no, sorry. What I was saying, the reason I brought that up, there's something beautiful when you were playing someone else, and a player
most of the time that's what you're doing.
When a player on, for example, in this game,
Mm-hmm.
James, when a player on my roster is a Dallas Cowboy, like a member of James's favorite team, and leads a miraculous comeback. Maybe one of the, arguably, use a coaster, you animal. One of the best comebacks of all time.
I mean, I don't want to get carried away on that.
The Falcons.
I think the Falcons just.
They're amazing.
They're really good at choking.
They're Matt Ryan, unbelievable.
They find amazing ways to lose games.
I mean, it's just unreal.
It should not happen.
But the fact that Dak Prescott puts up a legitimate 40-burger to put my team on his back over James, it's just, it's beautiful.
I'm a little frustrated by Dak Prescott.
It's
three
poetic.
1-yard rushing touchdowns. Fuck my great running back, I guess. Whatever. I think you just had a little bit of a head start going into this week because, number one, James goes out and trades away CeeDee Lamb. And then within, 36 hours, both Chris Godwin and A.J. Brown go down with injury.
Yeah.
It's like he loses his top 3. And I was trying to get James to make a trade for Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Because I picked him up last second. I don't know if that happened before the last podcast.
You did, where it was literally you signed him the moment.
So trying to get him to do a trade so he can have a thing. And he's like, fuck it, I'm taking the L this week. And he admitted to that on Saturday. He was like, it is what it is. I'm losing this week. I know it. Shouldn't have even played the game. And despite that, it still took a 40-burger. I mean, don't get me wrong. An 18-point win's, it's solid. But
took. I mean, look, my team did not have its best
He just had
performance.
underperformance after underperformance all the way up and down his roster.
Oh yeah, but this was a game that I should. His wide receivers definitely let him down, but this was the game that
they
and
didn't
Mark
let him down. They did exactly what you would expect them to. Darius Slayton dropping like 30 points in week one wasn't going to happen.
Mark Andrews let him down. He even said as much to me. Mark Andrews let him down.
Obviously 3 points.
But this is a game that I should have lost 100%. Derrick Henry putting up less than 10. Devontae Adams putting up 5. This is a game that Nyheim Hines, I struggle whether to start Nyheim Hines or Anthony Miller to flex. I'm glad I started Nyheim Hines because he at least got almost a point, which Anthony Miller didn't do anything. Hayden Hurst and Mike Gesicki both had double digits on my bench, but, why would I draft 3 tight ends and then not only play 1? Because I'm an idiot. But I'm thrilled on that kind of a game to have Dak carry me to 2-0. Because there aren't many 2-0 teams left in our league right now.
No, just 2. There should be more, but we can get into that in a minute.
We'll get there soon. Looking at Jason, the Battle of the Jasons, holy balls.
Jason McMillan decided, to just mollywop Jason Smith.
I mean,
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because we gave so much confidence in McMillan. You put him as a top 3 spot. He just had to do something. 170 points is kind of. And you want to know what's so crazy about this? Is he dropped 170, and Julio Jones gave him 3.
Yeah,
that's scary.
If Julio Jones puts up a 20 burger. He's almost at 200.
He does a 200-point day.
Has anyone ever had 200?
I don't know. No one's ever had 200. Honestly, 170 might be the biggest week we've ever had.
Might be the record.
Maybe it was 175.
If anyone is watching this podcast and can comment in the chat what the record for most points scored in a single week is, that would be great. I think it's on the Facebook group too.
I'm pretty sure that it is.
You know what? We're gonna go to Facebook.
We just had it open a second ago. So
we're gonna go to Facebook. The beautiful part about this is that I can go directly to Facebook. Oh, I think Ruby just peed downstairs. I hear Ashley talking. Here we go. Where's about? Hold on. Here we go. Seymour. Oh, it's only season statistics.
Might have to run it back, see if we can find it. Yeah, it's already on the mouse. Yeah.
And it's going to be tough to go week by week.
It will be. I could probably run it back and we can see.
Yeah, someone, if you're in the chat and have enough time on your hands, it would be really great if someone did that for us. Anyway, back to the game. Jason, unreal. And this is why I had him top 3, because this is what his roster can do.
Jason Smith didn't even have a bad week.
No, 125.
126.
He beats me.
He beats a lot of people this week.
He's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in total point score this week?
Which that's just a testament to the huge weeks that everybody had.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy that at 126 he is where he is.
Yeah.
But no, he's now in back-to-back weeks played against the number 1 scoring team.
Which is just fantastic.
That can't keep up, right?
I hope it does. I hope it does.
The wild card's still out there.
It is. The wild card is still a thing, assuming we go the full... You have to hope that COVID doesn't cancel the season.
How bad do you have to feel, though, to have your number 1 running back drop a 40-burger and you lose by 45?
I never thought about it that way.
Aaron Jones could have had an 80-burger and he still would have lost.
That's insane. But it's again consistency. Aside from the 40-burger, Jason had an okay day.
It was okay. 126 is better than okay.
It's a good day. But again, he had a running back he had a guy with a 40-burger.
17. Yeah, Melvin Gordon with 15. Travis Lange 6. The Bills' defense putting up -1 against Miami. Who saw that coming?
Right, and then Matt Prater only had 2.5 anyway. Yeah. So the point is it was a good day for his team, not a great day. It was honestly a great day because of Aaron Jones. It was a great day for Aaron Jones. The rest of the team was okay. But Jason, across the board, Mahomes 27, Kamara 33, Connor 19, Scary Terry, who I talked about at the post-draft podcast, 22 points. Darren Waller 23, Tyler Boyd, who another guy I talked about, 16.
Derek Carr just refused to look at anybody but Darren Waller at that game. It was ridiculous. And
he had Deontay, again, a guy I talked about a week. I talked about a lot of his team in the Week 1 podcast, a lot of guys I had shares of. Deontay Johnson 19.2. The Steelers offense, Ben Roethlisberger will make 2 fantasy wide receivers viable any given year.
He definitely has that ability.
Until he gets to Tom Brady and Drew Brees age status, and then...
Which, I think he's in the upper 30s.
Upper
by this.
30s
He's
now, but
he's
not
gonna
in the
be getting-
40s.
I mean, 40 is kind of the kiss of death for most running or for most quarterbacks. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Moving on,
Kinda crazy.
a close one here between Alex and
Close,
Brad.
low scoring one.
Yeah.
Like, we do realize that Alex only beats Brad and James this week.
Yeah.
To be what a life it must be to be eighth in points scored and still get a W.
win.
I mean, and that literally is the difference of him being in last place and him being technically one spot out from the playoff bubble. Like, it's kind of crazy.
It's a huge win for him. I can't talk too much shit.
It's a big win, especially because Michael Thomas didn't play.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that was his number one pick.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, it was a bad day for Brad.
It was a bad day for Brad. Yes.
Will Fuller.
I think that 15% investment of his fab budget going into a tight end that got him 5. It's a little rough.
I was wondering how long it would take you since we got into this matchup.
As soon as we get to Brad's matchup, I'm going to start talking about it. I do think it's a bold strategy to spend 37% of your budget on a player and then not play him. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to say that I know everything. Because, I don't know, last week I think we made it abundantly clear that we know very little. We just keep getting everything wrong, right? At least I did. I know I got a lot wrong.
I got a lot
but
wrong.
I didn't think it was a super hot take to say 50% of your budget in week 1 might be a lot. Maybe it was a hot take. But again, it didn't result in a win this week for Brad.
I'm channeling that scene in, I don't know if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, but there's a scene where Walter White and Skylar White are sitting there having dinner, and Jesse Pinkman, played by Aaron Paul, he's just sitting there drinking a glass of water, and he just is like looking like.
But back to the matchup.
I'll insert that clip in the
just a lot of
post.
Underachieving players. Raheem Mostert had a good day, and hey, look, he's also now hurt. So maybe Michael Brown will get some run for Brad this week.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Brad's team, Leonard Fournette 25 on his bench. Stephon Diggs.
We talked about how Leonard Fournette is eventually going to be the starter. Who knew it was going to come in week?
Like, how do you in good conscience? This is my problem. He started Will Fuller against Baltimore, as opposed to Stephon Diggs against Miami. And like, I understand Stephon Diggs had an inflated day because in the first drive of the game, Byron Jones, who was our best cornerback, huge signing for Miami, gets injured, injures his groin. Everyone got injured, by the way, this week. We'll talk about that.
Oh yeah,
soon.
We're gonna get into all the. I mean, most of the people who've been hit by injuries, we haven't gotten to their teams yet.
Right, but they're
the worst of it yet.
Injury bug hit so hard
it was ridiculous.
The stream of the Miami game, the CBS truck lost power. It was out from like the first quarter until like the second half. Like, you couldn't watch the game. So they had like the Denver Steelers game on, and like every 10 minutes, Greg Gumbel's like, if you're just joining us from the Miami game, Miami Buffalo, we apologize. Our truck lost power, and we'll get you back there as soon as possible. It was just like, that's how hard the injury bug hit in this week 2.
So Will Fuller has wide receiver 1 potential when healthy. He had a really good day last week to start off the season. Am I wrong?
15.
Eight catches for 112 though. That's with 10 targets. If you're getting 10 targets a game, 8 catches for 112 is amazing.
What did Diggs do?
If he falls into the end zone, he's going to get 22.
What did Diggs do?
Last week? I actually do not know. We're going to find that out. We're seeing a week 3 projection.
No, go down more.
There we go.
12.
8 for 86. Yeah, 12. No, like, I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. Will Fuller always has that big play potential. Obviously, Stephon Diggs too.
It's the matchup.
I am surprised that he did it. It's tough. I don't know. Like, he's obviously deeper with the running back situation, adding Malcolm Brown, having Leonard Fournette, having Todd Gurley, having Joe Mixon.
All right.
It's kind of a carousel there. It kind of sucks that Leonard Fournette is the one that you left on your bench, and what did he do? I mean, he put up more than both of the other 2 running backs. Other 3 running backs? No, not quite.
What I'm saying is, if he swaps either Fournette for Gurley, which I don't begrudge that. Gurley's a fine start.
That's a dub.
But
he gets the win if he just switches out one of his
running
back with one other running back,
or the Diggs Fuller,
or the Diggs Fuller.
It's either one is a complete win.
He very easily could have won this matchup. He's a little like, don't get me wrong, 94 points when you're 9th in points scored, you're not expecting a win, but he just as easily could have won this matchup being 8th in points scored.
Even if he starts CeeDee Lamb, who we traded for.
He had a rough week.
Meanwhile, Alex
on wrong decisions about starting lineups. It sucks that that's the way it fell in this particular week.
Alex didn't do anything. I mean, his team.
He did nothing of note.
His team is on life support, I think.
It really is. Michael Thomas being out again. good for him to get a
But
win
what-
without Michael Thomas.
But what is the rest of his roster really like? I mean,
Juju had a great week 1. He had a down week 2. Ronald Jones. I mean, it just sucks because you expected Ronald Jones to be the starter, and Leonard Fournette was always gonna win that job. He's too talented not to.
Let this be a lesson to you. Don't drink and draft. Nothing good happens.
Yeah. I don't know. AJ Green underperformed drastically too. I don't know. Like, like I said, good for Alex for getting the win despite his team just
big
kind of
win.
not doing anything.
Big win.
I feel like Brad got pretty unlucky, all things considered, in this week.
Yeah, I would agree. Moving on to your matchup.
So
You hate to see this happen to a tough competitor.
So yeah, I will start it off by saying. Like,
Also, wait, really quick. Fuck you, Window. Stop offering me Myles Gaskin. Seriously, cut the shit. This is just so everyone knows. He offered me Myles Gaskin for Nyheim Hines after week 1. I immediately rejected that offer as the shitty offer that it is. He says he was trolling me. I believe that.
he was.
But
I have the screenshots to prove.
I'm fine with him trolling me in that regard. He sends the offer this week, Myles Gaskin for Jonathan Taylor. So I promptly offered him Preston Williams, Jordan Howard, and Matt Breida, because he wants more Dolphins, I'm assuming, for Tyreek Hill, Tyler Lockett, and who else did I try to get?
George Kittle?
No, it wasn't George Kittle. It was...
Was it Christian McCaffrey?
It might have been Noah Font. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's like, fuck off.
So, I didn't say that this was going to happen. I mean, I kind of said, like, you didn't make the trade you should have made. You get what's coming to you. Hey, look, Christian McCaffrey might be out for the next 6 weeks.
Good.
He's lucky he got a win this week.
Yeah.
Everyone on his team, with the exception of Tom Brady, kind of went off.
Yep.
And I, for the second week in a row, another one of those things I get wrong, for the second week in a row, I decided to sit a stud situation to play a team that I thought where the matchup was too good. In week 1, I benched Baltimore when they were playing Cleveland because I thought Jacksonville's so far in the tank. Obviously, Indianapolis' defense is just going to crush them. And of course, Jacksonville comes out and wins the game. This week, literally, it was 12:59. I was going back and forth all morning long. Matthew Berry had Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson 9-10 right on top of each other in his rankings. And I decided to roll with Aaron Rodgers because Detroit has lost their top 5 corners to injury going into week 2. I made that start. Aaron Rodgers didn't have a bad day, 18.7, but no, of course Russell Wilson's going to, throw 5 touchdown passes against the Patriots and drop 33. And it cost me a win again. We already talked about how
I just
Dak
realized
Prescott gets 3 one-yard rushing touchdowns, all of which could have gone to Zeke, which
Oops.
also could have turned the tables on the game.
So I didn't realize this. I had kept Preston Williams in my lineup because I was worried about whether or not Galladay would play, and roster's just locked.
Whoops.
I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, I'm kind of fine with it, but hopefully he gets his shit together because he hasn't been great this year. I might lose this week,
So and
and I'm playing.
I
you.
expect that you're going to lose this week.
Fuck off.
So all things considered, I still feel very, very good about my team.
Yeah, your team's good.
I mean, like I said, I wish I could have, despite me making a bad decision, I kind of wish Will Lutz had gotten me 13 points and I could have pulled out a win this week.
You need a tight end.
I definitely need a tight end, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not feeling like Window probably just had one of his best weeks and he just lost Christian McCaffrey. He might need to make a move because 4 to 6 weeks without Christian McCaffrey, do you think he's getting two wins without Christian McCaffrey in the next?
Are you not trying to get in Windows' ear about Noah Font?
Him and I have already had discussions about Noah Font, and we were way too far apart. So
Yeah, because Windows an asshole.
I'm not saying all that. I
am.
Maybe a trade can get done in the future here, but no, Window, good win, bud.
He doesn't mean a word of that.
No,
He doesn't mean a good
you
win.
got a good win. Like I said, despite me losing this week, I still feel very confident about my team. Window, better hope that everyone else steps up while Christian McCaffrey's not going to be around for the next 4 to 6 weeks.
P.S.
They
maybe
might
show up to a
Did
draft.
they actually put him on the IR? I actually don't know if they actually put Christian McCaffrey on the IR or not. Which would lock him in for 4 weeks out. Yep, injured reserve. So at least 4 weeks he's out.
Yep. We'll see.
See?
Last one. Zach and Team Dick.
No, fuck Zach's team. Like, I'm so, like, you know what? I don't, like,
You
again,
shit talked his team
I have
so
been
hard.
shit talking his team. I don't like his team. And his team, look, first of all, Josh Jacobs came back down to earth, 12 points. And not that I wasn't predicting an injury for Saquon, but I
sucks.
said going in, I probably would have taken Zeke at 2 instead of Saquon just because I liked the offense in Dallas so much more. But even before Saquon got hurt, he hadn't done anything, and it sucks that he tears his ACL. And I mean, Zach is right now he's first in the standings. He is the number 1 overall point scorer. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. If he's not first, I'm pretty sure he's second.
You need to learn not to shit talk other teams.
Me?
Yeah, the moment you said his team was terrible, he went on a mission to win this league.
Look, I don't care. I didn't like his team. I stand by my... I have take integrity. Okay? I stand by my takes. I usually go out of my way to not put ridiculously hot takes out there. And when I do, what do I normally do? I normally will I will normally throw a slap on it, won't I?
Yeah. I mean, Le'Veon Bell.
I'm not afraid to have my take integrity.
Listen, Brad. He's talking so much shit to you right now.
It's fine.
But just wait until I slap him for that Le'Veon Bell hot take. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Currently, Brad is number 1 in points scored by 1.5 points over me. So right now, he's in a good position.
So are you two playing chess and I'm playing checkers? I don't understand.
No, the thought process. Well, yeah, Brad's whole line about chess and checkers. If I had won this week, it would have been a whole lot better if me and you were the top 2 teams. And hey, look, we're over here, and all of you guys just fucking suck. But no, I feel for Zach because his team started off really, really hot. And don't get me wrong, he still has Kareem Hunt. He could still put something together here because obviously his team isn't terrible. It's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I stand by the fact that I didn't like his team going into the year. He better hope Josh Jacobs can keep up that RB1. He better hope Kareem Hunt can still do running back 2 because without Saquon, he's hurting.
Josh Allen started to look like the real deal.
Yeah. No, if Josh Allen's going to be putting up 30, he might be all right. But I think there's going to be a lot of regression for Zach's team, especially because of Saquon being out.
Here's the interesting thing. So he had a great day from Kareem, like you said. He had Kelsey and Parker and Woods were all decent. Jacobs wasn't anything special. Metcalf's on his bench did well, and John Brown even had a good day too. But again, it's against Miami's secondary, which is expected.
I mean, I think the big transition that he's going to have here is he's going to stop starting 3 running backs. He's going to have to start starting 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, absolutely, and which you should do in a half PPR league. I don't want to give free advice, but
it's tough sometimes.
More often than not, I tend to start wide receivers.
But I have 3
3
down running backs.
I get it. Here's the other thing, though. I want to talk about the other side of this matchup for a second. Team Daryl and Nick were what 1, 2, 3. They were 4th.
5th.
No, 4th. Right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4th in total points scored.
Me and him were half a point off.
Right. But 4th in total points scored and taking an L. You were 5th in total points scored and taking an L.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking hate to see that happen. And after they lost to me week 1, they lost to Zach week 2. They're 0-2.
Yes, they are 0-2.
But they put up 130.
And I'll say this, they are one of the few teams that have not been hit by the injury bug.
Yeah, they haven't.
They still have their entire team intact. I feel like Window losing McCaffrey is going to pull him back a little bit.
Hey, how did David Johnson do this week? I asked him for a friend.
It looks like he had 6 points. Not the best.
6 points. Holy shit, he's really good.
Against Baltimore, the best defense. The best defense in football.
I'm just saying, like after week 1, and again, it was we got everything wrong.
No, but hold on really quick. Just one quick. What did I say David Johnson could be? A flex level running back. Where is he right now? He's a running back 2. Imagine he's still in there. No, yes, he had his worst matchup of the year, and he's still in that flex range that I was talking about.
See what he does against Pittsburgh.
No, we'll definitely see what he does against Pittsburgh. I think that Pittsburgh's defense is really good. He might have his 2. Actually, it might be his 2 toughest matchups right now. Yeah, no, literally, it's like Baltimore and Pittsburgh are his 2 toughest matchups. Minnesota just got crushed by Aaron Jones. No, wait, not by Aaron Jones. I'm mistaken. They played Detroit. Minnesota, Minnesota lost handily. Who did they lose to?
Who did they lose
because
to?
Kirk Cousins had 3 interceptions. He had a terrible week.
Yeah, I know. I knew Kirk Cousins did terribly. I just.
They played the Texans last week.
No, they played the Texans this week.
Sorry, that's what I meant. They played them this week.
Indy.
Yeah, against Indianapolis. They just got
handled. He got
handled by Indianapolis. So Minnesota, I don't think is bad. Jacksonville, obviously, they're playing better than I expected, but I don't.
What I want to know is, are you hitting the panic button on Team Dick yet?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I mean, I put them, like I said, I put them as a potential top 3 team. I think they've done okay. I mean, they obviously had a really shitty week 1.
Right.
What did they double their points from week 1 to week 2? Like,
and I thought they were better than that. Obviously, that week 1.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, you're not going to get
130
you're not getting 26 points out of Tyler Higbee every single week.
It's a bad break this week. I do think they'll
Yeah.
come back. I do think they'll be. I think they and Jason will be around that wild card spot.
Yeah.
It season's end if they don't get on hot.
I'm definitely, even at 0-2 and sitting in 10th, I'm not hitting the panic button on either on their team. I'm not.
Right.
So,
I actually think Alex's team right now is probably one of the weakest.
I feel like at this point, despite getting a win at 105 is great. I might be hitting the panic button because Ronald Jones, I feel like, is only going to be losing touches. Drew Brees does not look like a top 10 quarterback right now.
Right.
Michael Thomas obviously was hurt, but hopefully he comes back into it. J.K. Dobbins kind of came back down to earth a lot too. Like, how did Mark Ingram do this week? I actually don't even know. Because I know after week 1, like, I was like, okay, might be time to hit the panic button on Mark Ingram.
I don't even know who has Ingram right now. Do you?
You could probably just go up to the top and search his name.
I know, but that's gonna take too long.
Instead,
There he
just
is.
go
14.7.
14.7. No, he came back.
Respectable.
Like I said, you
On 9.
with,
Oh wait,
with,
no, hold on.
With,
9 carries.
with 2 catches, so 11 touches. Again, like I said, might still be time to hit the panic button because you're not going to expect.
Right.
I don't think you're expecting 15 points on 11 touches.
No.
Every week.
No. Time for predictions. Preston Williams doesn't have any points yet. That's disappointing. I wish he'd get some. They're in the red zone though. Wait, are they in the red zone?
Looks like it.
Looks like they're in the red zone.
Looks like they're in the red zone.
Are they in the red zone? Let me see. Where's the game tracker? Can we get? You know what? I wonder. Oh, I can't get the game on here because then I'll get the NFL and its affiliates don't allow for reproduction. Touchdown, Preston Williams! Woo! Hot diggity daffodil!
He accidentally starts a player, and first drive of the game, he scores a touchdown. Of course he does. Great.
Oh wait, I'm playing you. Even better. Woo!
Yeah, like I said, you accidentally start a player and you get a touchdown. Like, good for you. I don't know. So if we're gonna jump right into the week projections here, I'm feeling actually pretty good about my team this week.
Yeah, I was gonna lean your way,
obviously,
but for Preston Williams just scored.
But Devontae Adams might also not play this week.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. And the thing, well, here's the thing. So I have Devontae Adams is questionable. Mm-hmm. Kenny Galladay is also questionable. He's been out for the first 2 weeks. He injured himself at practice, and he was out week 1 as a late scratch. Week 2 they just had him out the whole week, so I think they're letting him kind of get back up, to speed. Do we have a way to see the projections? I'm gonna screw this up when I check the game. Yeah, because we're on Fantasy
I know I was
Cast.
projected to win by 10 or something.
Here we go, box score. So, give us a moment here. There we go. There's the projections. You're projected to win by 2.
Yeah, well, your projection also just jumped up because he scored 7 points in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Absolutely. He's going to get 30.
He was projected 8.8, so obviously he's going to... I feel like your projection's a little inflated right now. I'm pretty sure... I think you were projected 108 before the game started, something like that.
Yeah. I will say this. I think I'll pick you to win this week. I think your team is strong.
I have a lot of good matchups this week.
I think, honestly, aside from maybe tight end...
Logan Thomas has looked okay through the first 2 weeks. I said he's looked okay.
Yeah.
What can you actually click on him really quick, see what he did?
Yeah, sure. He did 4.6 last week, I thought.
11.7 in week 1, 4.6. He had 9 targets. Right. If he's going to get 8-9 targets a week, I can't complain.
Right.
Obviously it's a Washington tight end.
How many does Zach Ertz have? 7 in each game. So you're averaging more targets.
I don't know. I might move some things around. Keenan Allen has a good matchup against Carolina. Speaking of the injury bug, this is just the fuckery that is the NFL injury scene right now. Did you see the reason why Tyrod Taylor was that late of a scratch?
Yeah, the doctor
punctures his lung.
Yeah, doing
what the fuck?
Doing trying to
And Herbert looked good.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not.
I don't think Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starter.
But they said he is.
I know they said he is, but if Herbert has another couple of weeks like he's had, the Charger offense looked terrible in week 1.
Look, obviously, since I wasn't watching my team, they just scored a touchdown, and they're beating the Jags. But we're 0-2.
I know the plan has been don't start Tua until after the bye week at the earliest, which is like week 11 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like,
there's no reason to rush him.
I get it, but I think he's healthy, and you see Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, these kids can play, man.
They can play, but I will say this. No one is expecting Miami to
Compete this year.
Compete this
We're in year 2 of a 3-year rebuild.
Now, here's the thing. Let's say, not that they need to do it, but let's say they go full tank and end up with like a top 3 pick. Think of the haul they will get for trading out of the top 3 when you have Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence there.
Yeah.
They could get a ridiculous amount of picks.
Yep.
Or a player who can contribute to them immediately.
And they've shown a willingness to trade down with Brian Flores coming from New England. I mean, the New England philosophy is always like try to get more picks, try to bulk up. They did trade down this year to get. They traded back a couple picks, I think, with the Chargers, and they used it to get Noah Egbenogany in the pick 30 cornerback. Anyway, so let's move on. We talked about this matchup a little bit.
Yeah.
Moving on to the battle for Hagerstown, Jason McMillan versus Alec Burchak.
Like I said, I feel like I'm pretty close to hitting the panic button for Alex.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going with McMillan this week.
It's easy. I mean, this is a potential matchup of like a top, like a one of the top teams in the league versus one of the bottom teams in the league. I think they're in completely different tiers. Sorry, Alex. Like this, Jason should win.
I mean,
this week.
I'm literally going through his roster right now. Okay, at quarterback, who has the advantage?
It's Mahomes.
It's Mahomes. At the first running back spot,
Kamara.
Second running back spot,
Connor.
Okay, first wide receiver,
Julio
Jones.
Terry McLaurin. He put up 22 last week.
I know he put up 22. I'm saying I would probably say it's a wash between AJ Green and Terry McLaurin.
It's close.
Tight end, it's not close.
No, Darren Waller.
The flex, okay, obviously. Okay,
Schuster.
if you flipped up Juju here too, like obviously Smith-Schuster. So, okay, in his flex, he has the advantage, and
Defense and kickers don't matter.
I mean, they do matter, but I also think, I don't know, Denver also just lost their quarterback and the number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think the Buccaneers defense is going to be okay. Don't worry about kickers, like whatever. But honestly, he also has the, like I said, outside of the flex, there's no clear-cut advantage he has.
Right.
Like,
It's
maybe we'll be proven wrong that Alex will go out there and get a win, but I wouldn't bet on Alex this week.
Only thing that might change is Michael Thomas, and I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's playing this week. I don't know for sure.
Right, he's not practicing right now.
Yeah, if he's out of practice on a Thursday, I can't imagine he's going to be in the game on a Sunday.
It is Sunday night though.
Yeah.
Gives a little extra time. Going on to Window and Jason. Window already off to a slight lead, though he does have 2 players playing.
He went ahead and started Gardner Minshew.
It's a bold strategy, Con. Let's see if it pays off.
I mean, if
for
he
him.
needs a quarterback, his quarterback situation has been hot garbage. It's funny because last week
He has Drew Brees.
well, he also has Tom Brady.
Does he anymore?
He did. Apparently, he dropped.
He got rid of him.
So in week 1, Tom Brady put up 20, and
Right.
I said at the time he had a rushing touchdown and he had a garbage time touchdown with like a minute and a half left in a game that was already decided. He just as easily could have had 8.
Yep.
What did he do in week 2?
Like 8.
He had 8.
Yep.
He needed to change something up. Gardner Minshew, I think is a better option than what he's had so far this year. It sucks to think about, like, Gardner Minshew. Obviously, you start him over Tom Brady and Drew Brees.
But that's the crazy part is he's drafting these 40-year-old quarterbacks. It's like, again, like we said earlier on the podcast, 40 is the kiss of death for quarterbacks.
I mean, Tom Brady has broken that rule, but obviously he's fallen down.
Did you see him at the end of last season?
It just happened to be... No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, he broke the rule at 40. He broke the rule at 41.
Right.
42, okay, he starts to come down. 43, he's looking like Jameis Winston out here throwing...
Don't pull a Brett Favre. Learn when to walk away.
Yeah.
You've won everything. You're the GOAT. Why do you need to do this?
Getting into this also, Window pulled a Brad this week. Spent, what was it, like 70% of his budget?
Such a piece of shit.
No, so it makes... I 100% understand. He spent, I think it was like 35% of his budget on Mike Davis.
I mean, he blew his budget.
I mean, no Christian McCaffrey.
You know
he has to have the running back there. I don't know. Christian McCaffrey is one of those spots where I'm not... Like, you don't want the Carolina backfield. You want Christian McCaffrey. Like, you don't want the Giants backfield. You want Saquon Barkley.
Right.
There are some running back situations where it doesn't matter. You just need the running back that's playing there.
Right.
I mean, maybe Mike Davis will actually... Was it Mike Davis? I can't even remember his name. I know it was
Sorry,
Davis.
hold on. I'm just going to look at the offers report real quick. Just to see
I'm a little curious.
Spent.
I know I made a little bit of a high bid on Mike Davis.
Oh!
37% of his budget on Mike Davis. It's a lot. But again,
is he starting Mike Davis?
Yes, of course
Okay.
he had to. I mean, like I said, when you lose Christian McCaffrey, you've got to have the running back there. But it's tough. Let's see. James put in a bit of 202. Me and James both putting in a bit of exactly 202.
Wow.
Interesting.
201 for Deion Lewis.
I think I put in like 100 for Deion Lewis. That was a little
Yeah, you put in 102 for Jarek McKinnon,
and I
who
got
came
him.
in. Yeah.
Jarek McKinnon, he looked good in the limited amount he worked.
Yeah.
And now that Raheem Mostert and Tevin Coleman
Right.
are both out, like
Well, window again. He knew he needed a running back. He went 169 for Jarek McKinnon, but because he had already claimed Mike Davis, he didn't need to. Also, window, there's the rest of his budget. Like I said, it was Mike Davis and Russell Gage.
I don't understand the 19.9% of his budget
on Russell Gage,
on the third wide receiver in
Now,
Atlanta.
granted, he does have over 20 targets in 2 games.
He's tied with Calvin Ridley for targets,
right?
But it's not translating to points.
No, I mean, well, he's doing okay, but I mean,
he's doing okay.
Is it sustainable?
I don't think the targets are sustainable.
Keep in mind that was a shootout game. That's pretty much his ceiling right there that you're hitting. What is his floor is the question, the real question mark there. And you got to keep in mind that there are a lot of mouths to feed. Calvin Ridley, Hunter,
Julio Jones.
Yeah, and who's their? Sorry, I had their tight end. Who's their tight end again?
Is it Hayden Hurst?
Hayden Hurst. Yeah, who was in double digits last week. What's his target situation? 5 and then 8. I mean, he's eating into that target share too. So, anyway, going back to the predictions, who you got for Smith and Window?
I think Jason's bad luck ends. Window's not going to put up another 130-point day, especially without Christian McCaffrey. Jason gets his first win of the season here.
He's overdue. I mean
you can't. He's not going to keep playing against the number 1 team, and Window's team is not.
Window's team is not going to.
Window's not going to put up 130 points.
Period.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jason Smith as well, only because he just has the better roster top to bottom.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson, Gardner
honestly,
Minshew is all you need to look at.
I had already put Jason up there. I mean, I'd said what was my big thing about Window's team going into the season of why I thought he had the potential to be a top 3 team, because of a 1-2-3 punch of George Kittle, Tyreek Hill, and Christian McCaffrey.
He's at a 1-1-1 punch now.
Well, first, exactly. George Kittle didn't play last week. Who knows if he's playing this week? Christian McCaffrey's gone. All he has now is Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill, I think he had 10 points last week.
He's not the what?
He's a top 10 wide receiver, which is right so far. No, actually, he had 19 points last week. He had a good.
He only had six targets in week 1.
So week 1's always a weird one. Sammy Watkins had like 13 targets.
Yeah,
and that came way down. He had 11 targets in week 2.
Sammy Watkins is the best receiver every year in week 1.
Yeah. I expect more of that 10 target range for Tyreek Hill. He has that,
Moving on, Daryl and Nick trying to get out of the basement, and they're gonna have to beat Brad to do it. Can they do it? Also, right now,
I like how Brad's like moving.
No flex.
He didn't move anyone to the flex. Maybe move Leonard Fournette up there.
No, just don't.
He took your advice. Took Will Fuller out.
Brad, don't have anyone in the flex. Just let it go.
I mean, it would show a ton of confidence.
Can you imagine if someone beats someone else benching their? You know what? I'm not gonna play anyone in my flex spot.
Let's see here. Like I said, I'm not hitting the panic button on Daryl and Nick. Like I said,
but despite the 0-2.
I think Nick Chubb can have a good day against Washington. We'll see how Clyde Edwards-Helaire can do against Baltimore. Baltimore's defense is really good, and I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it again because
here we go.
Like I said,
matchups.
It's a matchup thing, but for the first 2 times it was this other situation is so much better. As of right now, I'm not starting the Baltimore defense, and that's because of them playing Kansas City.
Makes sense. Monday night. I mean, it should be a shootout with Jackson and.
It might be, but I don't know. Like Baltimore's defense is really good.
They are, but again, it's Patty Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
It is.
Which, by the way, it's a great game for prime time.
Oh yeah, no, like this is the game of the year.
Yeah,
this is literally it.
It is. So wait, you're saying who? You have because I've asked you twice and you haven't made a prediction.
I know, it's really hard when Brad doesn't have anyone in his flex.
I mean, look at his bench. Pick
I'm assuming it's going to be Leonard Fournette.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I think Team Dick goes to 0-3.
You think so?
I just think this is going to be a bad year for Daryl and Nick. And I don't think their team is that bad. I think they're like average to like slightly below average. I just like the matchups that Brad has this week. I like Ryan Tannehill against Minnesota, who we saw Phillip Rivers demolished Minnesota.
Yeah.
I generally speaking like
Philadelphia has been way underperforming.
Yeah, and I think Joe Mixon's going to have a big day. Detroit can't defend the pass.
Dallas Goedert gets probably his best matchup of the year.
Stephon Diggs has a decent matchup against the Rams. I mean, they're not anything particularly special in terms of pass defense. They tend to be involved in a lot of shootout games. I really do think this is going to be Brad that wins this week, and I think Daryl and Nick go to 0-3, which is again, I'm not saying to hit the panic button, but I think at that point you're playing more for a wild card.
Yeah, no, I mean, an 0-3 start's rough. I honestly think this is a coin flip this week. I could see Brad starting either Leonard Fournette or Malcolm Brown up there.
Right.
Because I don't think he's going to... I don't know, but I think it would surprise me if he starts Will Fuller against Pittsburgh after the bad performance against Baltimore.
Right.
I really don't know, because the projection's going to be so close. Like, this is literally like a toss-up for me. I really can't decide.
You want to flip a coin?
Yeah, sure. Give me a coin to flip, because, like I said, I honestly can't decide right now. This is tough.
There you go.
All right.
Left fate. You're creating two different timelines by flipping this.
Of course I am, Sean. Heads is Daryl.
Oh, Daryl and Nick.
Daryl and Nick. Here we go.
We'll see at the coin.
Don't prove me wrong.
We'll see if the coin rewards you. By the way, thank you for getting that community reference. It really meant the world. Last one, and then we can watch the Dolphins beat the Jaguars. By the way, yes. James versus Zach. Who you got?
All right.
This might be one of my
no Saquon Barkley.
There is no Saquon, but this still might be one of my favorite matchups of the week. I honestly think this is going to be a high scoring affair, even despite the loss of Saquon.
I am gonna go. I'm for the third week in a row. Well, actually, I think I picked Zach to win last week, but I didn't like his team going into it. He's now gonna start 3 wide receivers. I don't like his wide receivers. That was my big thing. I don't like starting Devontae Parker tonight.
2.5 points already.
He does. He has a catch.
First quarter.
He has a catch.
Actually, does he have only one catch? That was maybe 2.
Yeah, 1 catch for 20 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with James to
you are hating on Zach.
I'm gonna go with James to hand Zach his first. No Saquon. Remember, no Saquon. Okay. Chris Carson's looked good. Dalvin Cook has looked good.
Look at his roster. Chris doesn't look that bad.
Chris Godwin is back. Okay. I'm just saying.
I will say this. Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews are primed for Monday Night Football in that, like I said, we talked about that matchup. I think it's gonna be an offensive shootout, even though the Baltimore defense is good. This really, for me, Deshaun Watson and Josh Allen could absolutely go either way. Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook could absolutely go either way. Chris Carson, Kareem Hunt could absolutely go either way.
Yeah.
Robert Woods, Chris Godwin, slight edge to Godwin, but Robert Woods has had he's a boomer bust player. He has a higher ceiling, or as high of a ceiling as Godwin does. Marquise Brown, Devontae Parker.
It could go either way.
All these matchups could absolutely go either way because they're all players with very high ceilings.
I also do like the fact that if it's close, we'll see, but like they both have 2 of the top 3 or 4 tight ends in the league playing each other on Monday night.
Yeah, I mean this is a great matchup to watch for a lot of reasons. But I have to make a pick. And I'm going to pick because he has no faith in Zach. And I just beat James. I'm giving the edge to Zach.
All right. I understand picking Zach. I
understand picking James. This is a close matchup, I think, and I think this will be the game to watch the week. I think this will be a high-scoring affair, but I'm giving the edge to Zach for sure.
Okay.
So, that's our podcast. So checkmate, bitches.
I'm gonna go play some chess.
No, we're not. We'll play chess after the Dolphins Jacksonville game.
We gotta go watch the game somewhere, man. We got the Laker game we also gotta watch.
Oh,
I need multiple TVs.
By the way, how sweet was that buzzer beater in game 2?
Yeah, but
know we lost game 3, but I'm just saying.
Well, game 3, it just shows how much better they are than everyone because
right.
They're down by 20 with 10 minutes left. With 5.5 minutes left, just a 3-point game.
Right.
We had 3 chances to tie.
Right.
We ran out of gas. We're getting that ring.
That Anthony Davis buzzer beater.
No, it was pretty gross.
Was pretty freaking fit. Not just we were down by 1, and he hits a 3.
Of course.
Anyway, Hope you have a good week. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. We'll see y'all in week 4.
No.
Or week
Hopefully, we're gonna see most people.
On Sunday for
night
steak night.
Steak night.
Right, I'll be there.
Hopefully, I mean, I know I'll be there. I'm pretty sure McMillan said he was in. Zach is in. Brad is in. Window, I don't think is gonna be there.
Shocker.
Yeah, I don't know if
I'm just
Alex is
kidding.
planning on making the trip down. James, it's not too late.
James is gonna be. Shut up.
Come on, James. I believe in you.
I don't. That's why I picked Zach. So we'll see y'all on Sunday night for steak night. And maybe, just maybe, 1 week. Because oh wait, who's been here? Window's here. Window. We saw you. Oh man, I didn't even see the chat.
That's one of the things I brought this up because I saw there was a second one, but
I didn't even see this. Window. First viewer.
I deserve to be recognized for being on it. Shout out to Window for watching
Shout
the podcast.
out to Window. All of you, by the way, who are watching this recording, you missed out. Window gets the shout out because he's on here. I'm still not gonna wait. Did we both pick Jason to win? I think we did.
Yes. Sorry, Window.
I'm sorry that we don't think your team is gonna be any good this week, but we think you're the best player in the league this week because you watch the podcast. So everyone else.
I thought Zach was gonna watch it. He messaged me like right before it started. Brad at least said he couldn't do it. He let us know ahead of time.
Thank you, Brad. But we're making these changes for you. Next week we're gonna switch from Twitch to YouTube. And so hopefully that'll be a lot easier for people to just hop on YouTube live. Because I know not everybody has Twitch. But yeah, we hope you're enjoying the podcast this year. We'll see you all Sunday for steak night. Can't wait for it. And I'm excited to watch my team beat his team and win $50. So I'm gonna go see Ruby.
I'll be waiting for that Venmo payment, bro. See you guys.